Hey, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're getting a little sunshine today. It's been kind of dark the last few days. Been chasing the solar systems around a little bit, jockeying around from one system to the other, but because of the redundancy, still keeping up in power pretty good. And we're catching up a little bit today. And we've got rain in the forecast. And I'm moving some precious water from one tank to the other right now. And I am using solar to pump this water. Got a sump pump in one tank, pushing it into this one, which I just put up a few minutes ago. And it's gonna take a while. And I've only got about 1,000 gallons to move into there. But because there is rain on the way, I wanted to start moving it around and make room for any rain we might catch. And like I've told you guys, we are in a fairly persistent drought, so we do take advantage of the rain when it does come, and I just wanted a little more storage. And I am pumping off of this tank in the back here, which I showed you guys I set up the other day. It holds about 1,000 gallons as is. It's not on the most level ground, but I can have 1,000 gallons in there. And I've got this drain pipe here, 3-inch pipe coming off the roof right here. Goes down into there, and right now I've got the pump set over there, and I'm pumping it into here. And as I mentioned to you before, the water haulers, if you were desperate to where you had to have water hauled out here for the amount these two tanks hold, which this one says it's about 1,080 gallons, that one says the same thing, but neither of them are on extremely level ground. So I'll just call it a couple thousand gallons, and if I was to have that trucked in here, that's $450. And these two pools combined don't cost that much at all. So this was a cheap way to take care of some water issues. And then for my 4,000 gallon main holding tank in the back, I can move it from either one of these. But right now I'm just leaving that drain pipe going into there. So I'm going to drain that today, because tomorrow it's supposed to really start raining. We'll fill that back up, and if I have any more room, I'll fill this up full too. And right here's the sump pump that I'm pumping out of this little inflatable one, and moving it over to there. So a little more water security. So just like having some excess solar in storage, panels are working good today, filling up the batteries, filling up extra batteries as I can. That's always a comfort, and then more comfort with extra water. So yeah, I'm going to just top this one off here today. This didn't take too long to set up, but I'll try and show you. I mean, it's not the most level. You can see on the right side it's a little higher. As that water fills up, it'll push out the sides a little bit more, but it feels like a pretty durable material. This isn't what I'd call a great water holding tank to leave out all the time, but to take advantage of the situation that we're in lately and to have a little extra storage, I think it's going to work out great, at least through this next season. So just to have a couple thousand extra gallons I can move at any time. This has been going for about 45 minutes at this rate, and I maybe have about, I don't know, 8 inches of water in there, so it's got a ways to go. And like I said, I'm going to deplete that and then let it rain tomorrow and fill that up, and if I need to and I have some room, top everything off. That's the idea. So I'm really glad I started catching off this side of the house. It's made a big difference. Like I told you guys, in all the years past, I was only catching from way on the other side and was always doing okay, and it's only in these drier conditions. Now that I'm utilizing this side of the house as well, which is the bigger roof span, everything is keeping up pretty good. And they're talking about rain all week, so I expect all systems to be full here pretty quick. So yeah, just keeping an eye on the weather and making room for any weather that comes. And they're saying that, you know, this drought's going to persist for a while, but the fact that we've got some showers coming in the next few days, we'll be able to top these things off, I believe. Of course, you never really do know, but always want to make room to hold more water. And here's the main storage tank in the back. It is currently full with 4,000 gallons of water in there, completely full. So I have no room to put that excess water that I'm catching right now into, but if this starts to drop, I can easily just move it over to there. And then here's the solar array in the back here. Pretty good solar day today. Did drain a battery last night, switched it out with another one that was full, ready to go. So it's that time of the year where everything got to stay a little bit flexible with. And the reason I didn't put up another one of these or add on to this is simply the money. A tank like this costs thousands of dollars out here, you know, with all this corrugated steel frame and then a heavy duty liner on the inside and a cover. You know, it comes in at a few $1,000s at least, maybe closer to $5,000. And I put in that 2,000 gallons that I just showed you for just little over $200. So I wanted to give some of the people out here an idea of a cheaper way to go, because having the money to pop up one of these or add on to one of these, it hits the pocketbook pretty hard. And those little pools, although, you know, they don't last, of course, like something like this does. This has been here in the same place for probably well over 20 years and is still holding up. And I don't expect those pools to, but like I said, I really want to take advantage of all the extra rain I can catch and hold on to for this drought. Now, when the weather changes and we start catching what would normally be just tons and tons of rain under normal circumstances, you know, then I would be, you know, not as concerned about it. But this tank, before I brought in those two little temporary pools on the other side, got down to about 6 inches of water before I started stocking up on some extra. So I feel so much better about that now. So you just got to remain a little flexible and be able to move with the times. And that's what we did. And I feel really good about having that extra 2,000 gallons. Like, you don't even know how good I feel about having 2,000 extra gallons of water sitting around. And I don't use any of that water for irrigation or watering plants out here. I just rely completely on what comes from the sky. I know a lot of people that got into more of a water crunch because they do use their main catchment tank to water livestock and plants and, you know, whatever kind of agriculture they're running. Water is so precious. Yeah, one day I'd like to have a 10,000 gallon tank, but that's going to be way off in the future. You're going to have to save up for quite a while to have something like that. And you can see that this one here, I'm still pumping, is just collapsing. You know, all the water that was bulging out the sides, which is kind of nice that it does that. It bulges out, holds quite a bit, but it's all starting to collapse in on itself, which is fine. I'm going to take it down to, oh, just maybe an inch or two of water in there. Moving the liquid gold. Yeah. Pretty nice, pretty happy. Water's the main thing out here. Solar's a luxury. I did have to eat up most of my parking space right here, but that's okay. I got other places I can park a vehicle. It was the most level ground to take advantage of. That's why I put it here, and it's going to be okay. So that's what's going on out here today. Moving some water, getting a few other things accomplished. Pretty nice day. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you had a good holiday. Aloha. Yeah, there's some moisture in those clouds, and it's supposed to start continuing to roll in here. Let it come. Yep. Just another day of making everything work.